Go ahead.
Got a haircut?
Hi, Mike.
Yeah. How are you? Yeah, you got a haircut?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like to keep it trimmed. So,
Yeah.
how you been? How you been?
Got to do the same.
How you been?
Good.
Good. So, apparently you just moved here from Canada, getting your feel out for DC. Is this your first time in DC or what?
We were here last year, in August. Check out the university and see the town a bit.
So then it was your first time in DC. Did you like it when you first got here?
It was really hot. It's really hot. It was like
Yes. Very humid.
Very humid.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to remember. I think it was like middle of August, and it's like 30 degrees at 8 a.m. So, sorry, in American, that's what, 90?
90-ish, yeah. 95, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Canadian.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
We're Canadian. We just use what everyone else in the world uses. Just America uses. He's an old imperialist.
I hear you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's not just in the morning that it continues to be hot throughout the night too. And trying to sleep in that, the air's so thick. That was the thing that I realized I hate about DC. But I lived here a few years previously, and then I moved here. I graduated with my bachelor's here. I did the 4 years.
So it's old.
So I knew, yeah. Right, for sure. But still, every time I come back to DC, it's like walking into an oven.
Yeah.
And you open the oven up and you get that wave of heat. So yeah, that's the one thing that basically you have to just get used to.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole day.
Yeah, it's what, October 24th, and it's still like 25 degrees, 26 degrees. I know, we're both wearing shorts and sandals.
Shorts and sandals, yeah. I don't think they have that in Canada, right?
I don't know, I think it was warm this weekend. They had the Toronto Marathon, and like, people were saying that it was warm. It was like 80 degrees on Sunday, so I think it's just, there's something still there.
I hear that, yeah. But in Alberta, right, I hear it did snow?
I don't know. It could be.
Yeah, it did.
Chinook comes in. Alberta Clipper.
Yeah, that's autumn, yeah, but again, we're in DC, so
Yeah.
hopefully you're enjoying the warm weather while it lasts.
Right, I'm enjoying
Hopefully
it.
it lasts until November, and then let's get a season change. We can change pants, gloves, hats, the good winter stuff.
I'm okay wearing shorts and sandals. I've got a race on the 4th, so if it's warm, I'm okay with that.
Race, okay.
Yeah, I'm going.
Which competition you?
Just a 5K down by RFK.
Cool, yeah. Is it just you, or are you gonna be with your wife as well?
I think she's going to come and cheer me on, but I'm the only one that's running. So I'm trying to put myself through the paces.
What do you mean put yourself through the paces?
Like
continuing to practice,
yeah.
getting used to the new life here in DC, or is
I just running practice, like my own practice. I tell others how to do it, so I figure I should put myself through my own torture.
You gotta push yourself, a little discipline,
Try.
Wow, where do you work?
Well, I am volunteer coaching at Georgetown University. So with the cross country and track team, with the women's team.
nice, you know, cause you're, so George
George Brown, yeah.
College, right?
Yeah.
You did,
Yeah, I was the
Coach there
coach. I
before?
was the coach there for 11 years. So
right, so, still nice to, you know, continue your work,
exactly.
keep yourself busy too, yeah?
Exactly. Well, that's the reason for coming down is new system, bigger system, learn the NCAA system. Kind of get my foot in the door.
Yeah, probably open up to multitude of other possibilities. You never know where it'll lead you.
Hopefully.
Yeah, beat staying home all day with your 2 dogs, right?
2 dogs, 2 schnauzers.
Yeah.
2 little guys. You have pets?
Yeah, I do have 3 cats,
3 cats.
but I left them in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, my girlfriend's taking care of them.
Okay. You like cats over dogs?
Really? No. I did grow up as a dog person.
Okay.
And I did have dogs too, and my mother's taking care of them currently.
Okay.
So I know it's a lot of back and forth with that, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
taking
yeah.
care of them right now. And then I finished my BA, and I told my mother if she wouldn't mind taking care of them continuously. She said sure. And then once I graduated, I went back to see my mom and tried to take the dogs, and my mom was like, no. She's already created a relationship, and so I saw that they had the bond, so I was like, right, I'll just leave them with my mother. Kind of like, I'd say that she inherited the dog.
Sure.
Yeah, so. Yeah, like I said, I was a dog person, and then I got a dog, I got a new cat, and so, interesting, right? I never really realized I could take care of a cat like that, because I thought, you know, all my experience had been with a dog, you know, out camping, hiking, and fishing, and doing all these things out, but a cat is completely opposite from that, you know. With a dog, they kind of rely on the human.
Yeah.
But a cat, you have to rely on the cat. I don't know, like I'm there at their service, and I'm there to pet and feed and take care of the cat and do all those things for the cat. So, but it's been an interesting experience going through that. So, I got the one cat, Megan. And then, so my girlfriend got the one cat, pardon me, and then I got the second cat. So then all of a sudden I got another cat, so that's 3 cats.
How did the 3rd cat come?
Okay, so Megan got the first cat.
Yeah.
Butter Tart is the name. And then I was like, oh wow, that's pretty interesting. But I saw on Kijiji, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right.
Kijiji.
Okay, so you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for that. And we have another Canadian person watching too, who's probably familiar with that. Kijiji. And I saw there was a deaf cat there. So I was like, why not? Right? So I went and took the opportunity to adopt her. And that was an interesting experience. And I felt like 2 wasn't quite enough because it was like a little banter between the 2 of them,
Okay.
which is like an interesting dynamic. And so I was like, you know, we need a 3rd to kind of balance out that dynamic a bit. So they had just like the group spirit, I guess, but that's kind of how we got to it. But Megan's cat, Butter Tart, was supposed to be deaf, was advertised as being deaf.
Okay.
And then when we got her, 2 or 3 days later, when we went to feed the cat and it made the sound in the bowl, the cat heard it and came running.
Okay.
So we were like testing it out, and we realized that the ears were just plugged, a little dirty, so we cleaned it out, and then from that point on, she was no longer deaf. So we were a little discombobulated at that. We were a little expecting a deaf cat, and we got a hearing cat.
Sold different things.
Yeah. So it was like a grieving process, if you will. It was like as if you were born a baby hoping for a deaf baby and then getting a hearing baby being deaf ourselves. It was kind of the same thing, so.
Sure, you're sold on something and
Yeah.
then you get something else.
Right, that's what life's about, right? You know, full of surprises.
Yep.
Just gotta make with the time. But the third cat, because I went home recently, not too recently, but like a month ago or so, I went for the weekend. And I saw the three cats, and Butter Tart, Obria, Masaka, hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right. Masaka and I have a good relationship. Came over and sat on my chest like no big deal, brushing on my beard. And that's kind of what that cat always did. So when I went home to visit, she actually didn't jump on my chest, was a little bit interesting. And she went over and jumped on Megan. And previously, before I came here, she never did. She never sat on her chest at all. It would always be me. And then, so right in front of me, the cat jumped on Megan. I was like, wow. Like almost unpurposely ignoring me. And then after she was done, she left the room. So for me, I was like, wow, that did throw me off a bit. That got me a little upset. But that's what I mean by I'm so fascinated by cats, about their behavior and their thinking. Like a dog's, if I got home, would just be happy and go up and jump on me. Definitely, you know, that's how they behave. They'll do anything for attention. But for a cat, you have to earn their attention. So, yeah, it's been interesting. They're interesting creatures.
You ever seen that cat versus dog? In and out, what a cat acts like and what a dog acts like.
No, I haven't. Is that on YouTube?
Yeah, it's a funny video. Like,
yeah, I'll probably check that out tonight though. But so your two dogs, did they acclimate to DC pretty well?
Yeah, I think so. Like, you know, first couple days they're barking a bit and unsure of the surroundings because it's new, and you know, going from a condo to a basement apartment, kind of change, and then hearing more noises. So it took them maybe a week or so, but now they seem fine.
That's good, yeah. Do you have any like parks or dog parks nearby you can take them to?
We take them out for like 4 walks a day, so that's good. One guy's an older guy, so he can't really run around as much as he used to, and the other guy is unfortunately was abused as a puppy. He was a rescue, so he's scared and anxious of other dogs, so he barks and acts out. But it's just out of fear. It's not that he's rude. He's just afraid. So it's kind of hard to take him to parks, but they get good walks every day.
You did mention the older one. How old was the older one?
13.
Wow, 13. Yeah.
And then the younger one is 4. So
okay.
the older one's in charge.
Obviously,
Keeps them in line.
Yeah, you've been there first, kind of know your place.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a clear pecking order.
What are their names?
Beckenbauer is the older one. Like the soccer player, Franz Beckenbauer.
Okay.
And the younger one is Fidel Castro.
Really? Really?
Yeah, when we adopted him, his name was Fidel. that was the name that he was given, so we added the Castro. Figure give him a good name. You know, if the other guy has a full name, Franz Beckenbauer, so why not Fidel Castro?
I see. Okay, fair enough. I thought maybe because the dog looked like Fidel Castro.
He kind of does. He's got a white beard. He's got a big white beard, and you know, he can be a little unruly at times, and just does his own thing. So I guess he shares the former president's personality in a bit, in a way.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So.
So when's the last time you went to Canada?
About 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Went back for my mother-in-law's 76th birthday, and then just getting some stuff from Toronto. So drove up, so it was like 24 hours of driving, 20 hours of driving in a 72-hour span.
24 hours of driving?
Well,
I'm a little lost.
12 there, 12 back.
12 hours, really? Why?
That's how long it takes. It's like 10, 12 hours to drive.
Should be 8 hours.
8 hours? What are you driving, a Lamborghini?
Yes. No, really, no, like a regular car, but 8 hours. So I think you go the long way. I think the long
Well, we got the
range.
dogs, we got to take them out.
Oh, that might explain it too. Yeah, that's a factor that I didn't factor into it. Okay, so you're stopping for the dogs and whatnot. I
We
can
had
see
to
that.
do the border stuff, and
Is it a pretty easy trip with dogs? Because I actually have never brought my pets across the border like that. Is it simple?
Yeah,
Simple process,
we had their papers like from the vet, and just showing that they were up on their vaccinations, but they didn't even ask for them.
Sure.
They just kind of looked at them and okay.
Okay, so 12 hours to get there.
I think so. It might have been 10 hours. I don't know, but it was still.
Okay, so what route did you take? Because I mean, I'm just thinking.
Which way did I go? I don't remember. Because the first time we crossed over at Kingston border. Kingston. Like driving through Syracuse through, because we were in Belleville.
Oh, gotcha. I see. You went that way.
And then the way back, then
Do
we
you
went
have a family that lives on the
Well, that's
eastern
where we were
side?
going, like to Belleville.
Okay, I was thinking Toronto.
Yeah,
so
we went to
that's
Belleville,
going the
and
other
then we
direction.
came back the other way. Then we went through
Gotcha. Okay.
Fort Erie on the way back.
Fort Erie. How do you spell that?
ERIE, like Lake Erie.
So FORD Erie.
Fort.
Forts. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, that makes a lot more sense, being that you went that route.
Yeah.
Because I was a little bit like, okay, Toronto.
Yeah.
That was no direction. I was a little
No, we
concerned.
went-
Maybe I have to draw you a map
Went
or
around
something.
a bit.
Gotcha. When's the next time you think you're gonna head over?
Thanksgiving weekend. I've got to go back. I've got a coaching course that I have to take, so going back for a weekend. And I think they're putting me up in a hotel.
Nice.
Yourself? Oh, that's it.
Yeah, she was saying you can keep talking if you'd like, but there's no more need for it. So
When are you going back?
I think maybe Thanksgiving break too.
Yeah.
I'm feeling I might go head back because last time it was Labor Day weekend, just a long weekend too.
Okay.
So it was nice to go home. I need that like
Yeah.
it's like a drug, that to go home, but the beer.
Good to be home.
But you eat a nice sandwich.
All the things they don't have here. Ketchup chips,
Candy stuff.
some poutine.